The entire economy is currently sitting at a tipping point. If you're not aware of the automation paradox, it states that in any given system, when building an automation for it, none of the work gets done until the automation is 100% complete. Then all of the work gets done at once. This is what we are currently witnessing within artificial intelligence. The models that we have today with the O3 series are already generally intelligent. They're already capable of doing a very wide amount of tasks completely autonomously. But OpenAI is iteratively deploying to let people adapt and also to effectively safety test the deployment of these models before just dumping all of the agentic capabilities on us at once. But here is a clip of what Sam Altman said we'll likely have by the end of this year.
Going from GPT-3 to GPT-4 really surprised the world. GPT-4 to GPT-5 will be a similar leap. And it's amazing the capability of these models. They're getting so smart that maybe by the time of GPT-5 or 6, maybe you'll say, like, that's enough intelligence. It's already smarter than me. At this point, how do you integrate it? How do you make it easy to use? Can we bring voice mode and canvas, and video, and all of our features together? And can we have just this one model that can do everything? That knows when to search the web, it knows when to go to a research project, it knows when to write code, it knows when to switch into voice mode. So I think that integration will be the next big milestone after we gain the intelligence side. We want to bring GPT and O together. So we want one integrated model, the AGI, that does everything all together. It knows when to think hard, it knows when to be quick, it can use all the tools.
So basically AGI confirmed by the end of this year. And also here is progress on humanity's last exam. You can see this exponential curve everywhere you look these days. Like, if you look anywhere within the realms of technology, you're going to see one of these. And it's because AI is trickling into every single piece of technology in science that is adjacent to it. And as this technology scales in general, everything scales with it. Recently, OpenAI also established a variety of different trademarks within entire categories of technology, all the way from business operations, marketing, and sales to devices that would compete with Meta's VR goggles and the iPhone. So here we have the actual trademark filing. We can go through here and see what did they actually trademark to see what categories of technology are they planning on integrating their AGI level systems into. And just to go through some listed examples from OpenAI themselves, we have operating systems, entire autonomous agents, augmented reality and virtual reality, project management pipelines, headphones, sunglasses, laptops, phone cases, smart watches, smart jewelry, wearable computers, humanoid robots, business operations, advertisement management and sales operations, AI and education, and design and development of computer hardware and software. Pretty much all of the entirety of software as a service is dead. In fact, pretty much all online service-based businesses are likely going extinct. They're covering everything, let's be honest here. And I think the probable outcome, or one of the most probable outcomes of this technology, is the frontier model companies who do decide to build hardware with their frontier models, like OpenAI is obviously starting to do, and XAI is doing, and I assume Anthropic will start to do, and Google is without a doubt deciding to do. These companies that are building within the physical world with devices, with autonomous robots, and they're building the intelligence themselves, they're going to own an unfathomable amount of resources, an unfathomable amount of infrastructure, an unfathomable amount of part of civilization in general. Like, the individuals running these companies even will be worth so many trillions of dollars that it's hard to even comprehend and make sense of. So that's just some food for thought, and that's part of the reason why I'm mentioning this stuff and making this YouTube channel in general, is so that we can realize, this is, yes, we are heading towards this singularity level event. We're also heading towards this world of more abundance than we have ever seen before, but at the same time, resources always fall into hierarchical distributions. And if we can position ourselves to receive some of those resources, because this is a technological revolution, there's always two sides to every technological revolution: the side that fails to adapt and the side that rides the wave of the technology. The question becomes, how can we position ourselves to ride the wave of this technology? That's what we talk about in my community, linked in the description below. We're basically a bunch of entrepreneurs that are riding the wave of the fourth industrial revolution and pretty much setting up our business models, our opportunity vehicles, to be in the best positions possible for this revolution. So if that is something you'd be interested in, the link is in the description below. It's currently only $7 per month. The price is going up soon though. We're trying to keep it as cheap as possible for now to get as many valuable people in as possible. And the price will be going up as we get more people that are more valuable. And we want to keep it very lean, very mean, a very powerful team in there so that we can actually have a good vehicle to really propel ourselves forward and ride the wave of this technology. So if that's something you're interested in, again, join first link in the description below. But nonetheless, I think some skills we should all be focusing on are just like distillation, compression, and using information within our brains, whether it's words, math, whatever it is, making complex topics something that we can articulate and explain very easily, and distilling complexity into simplicity via systems thinking. I think that is going to be a very, very important skill in the near future. Also, just having critical thinking skills so that you can think for yourself and maximize your coherence with what the truth is, because the truth is going to be very hard to recognize whenever there's so much AI slop everywhere. So really understanding like what is evolutionary biology, what is evolutionary psychology, what is physics, understanding the sciences of the world, because science is the art of maximizing coherence with physical reality. And if we can maximize coherence as we go through this transition, it's going to be a whole lot easier for us to navigate it. So I think that's something that many people need to or should start to pay attention to a bit more, is like, what is the law? What are some of the laws of physics? What can I learn about entropy, right? And use these frameworks as fundamental guiding principles through this revolution is really what we're going through. And another thing is expanding your personal network. That's personally why I'm building a community, because I think it's very valuable. Building a network of people who understand this technology, who understand that it's important to maximize the compute that we own as individuals, and people that are capable of building things and approaching things from first principles, and really thinking about these things in a very complex or interesting or even simple manner, and being able to build just anything that comes to their imagination out of it. And I also think taste is going to be something that's more valuable in the future. Taste is currently, with the current state of AI, taste is something that is very, very valuable, and that only is amplified with AI. Maybe in the future we figure out how to build an AI level system that is able to intuitively create something that is very tasteful to humans. Currently, it only is a mirror, a reflection of the taste of the human themselves. So for now, taste still has a moat. It's hard to tell how long that moat will exist, but communities will always have a moat. It'll always be an individual that owns the AI that builds the community, and that'll be the moat, which is why I am building a community, and I recommend anybody watching this YouTube video to build a community as well. And that's also what we help our members do, is we help them also build communities, because I do think they're just that valuable, especially moving into the future as we have these systems that OpenAI is talking about integrating into the economy. All online service-based businesses will collapse into communities. You will not need any more software as a service. You will not need any more marketing agencies. You will not need any more operation services. All of these things will collapse into just AI doing those things. AI will replace those things, just how the internet replaced newspapers. Newspapers were an outdated form of information. The internet brought in a new form of information. We're now seeing a new form of intellectual and physical labor. These services will be fundamentally replaced, period. The best thing to do is to adapt now and start building for that future now, because it's going to be here much sooner than anybody would like to think. It's going to start to happen within 6 to 10 months from now. And the people who are positioning themselves now will have an easy time riding this wave while everybody else is scrambling. So I urge you, start today. Do not procrastinate this. This is something that's very important. Procrastination is deadly. So start building today. simple. It's not that hard, like to post on YouTube like this and to build a community. I promise you can do it. And if you don't know how to, or you need some help, again, join the community linked in the description below. That's why we're building it, to help people, right? So that being said, I do think this is an interesting period of time, to say the least, and it's not going to be smooth. As many people would like to think this transition is going to be very smooth. We're going to reach this utopia on the other side very quickly. The probability of that happening is quite low. I think we'll get to a place of greater abundance in the near future, just because the economy will be growing so fast. But it's going to be an interesting transition. And even if the economy is growing really fast, if you're relying on UBI, you now have somebody who has top-down control over you. You're probably going to want to be some form of an entrepreneur, so we can have decentralization in the future. A decentralized economy where everybody is self-employed, everybody is an entrepreneur, is the best outcome for humanity, because that maximizes the probability of everybody being a free, autonomous human.